How's it going, cool kids? This is Tiara here, and welcome to harpersblog.com. Today, I want to talk to you about 3 books that you should read if you're a creative that is feeling mad, frozen, and confused and has not made anything in a long time. The creative world can get super overwhelming super fast. There are things getting made so quickly and things go viral or they don't go viral. There's just so many different options when you're a creative person and you're putting your work out there, and it just gets overwhelming and scary sometimes. And that's exactly what has happened to me. And this is before all this whole internet viralness started to happen. Like, I'm a very creative person. Like, it's been in my soul since birth to be like a performer, dancer, songwriter, but I've never actually put myself out there as that because of being afraid of being judged and actually not being as good as I think I am. So then you put in all this time and effort just to not get anywhere. So for like 4 long years, and this is after I've graduated, and it may actually be longer than that, maybe actually be way longer than like 8 years. Like, I've been in a creative rut for a very long time. So I definitely understand what it feels like to be frustrated at yourself for not doing anything and not putting yourself out there, but also being afraid of embarrassing yourself and disappointing yourself, and also getting your creative work overlooked and ridiculed and stuff like that. I know that's very stressful for a creator, especially because the stuff is a part of you. Like, the stuff you're making is literally a part of you. These songs you write, these stories you write, these poems you write, this art that you make, it's like it getting turned down. It's almost like you getting turned down, you getting rejected. So it's stressful. However, I do believe as creators, we have to get ourselves out of our heads and into our notebooks and into our canvases and into our digital creative studios and get stuff done and get it out there and just do it anyway. Like, our work can actually change a life and add to life and change the world. So we're doing a disservice as people by not making what we know is inside of us and putting it out there. So I want to tell you about 3 books that helped get my creative muscles strong. I don't know what I'm trying to say. My creative juice is flowing again. Even though I always had the creative juice to make stuff, I just never had the balls to actually make it and put it out there. So these books definitely helped me grow some balls to finally get started again and have a different mindset and look out in the world as I create. So the first book I want to tell you about is Still Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. I'm not going to hold you too long, but I really like this book because he stresses the whole concept of, you need to get this, just what I said, you need to get your stuff out there. Don't think too much about it. Just keep doing the work, keep putting it out there. And also, one of the biggest things he stresses is that a lot of people think you have to create something from the ether, like you just have to create something from nothing, where a lot of people are creating based off of their idols, like even your idols. And one of the examples I use, like if you're reading this, you'll see that I mentioned Michael Jackson. Like, a lot of people look at Michael Jackson, and let me say this right now, I stands for Michael Jackson, okay? I stands. So this is real love I'm saying here. So everybody looks at Michael Jackson like he is this guy who is like the originator of a lot of things. Like, of course, music videos. He's changed the way music videos are made. And he's like the first person or he made the moonwalk super famous. But then you even have to, and look at artists because of him. A lot of people have taken from his influence and using it in all their work, like Beyonce, Chris Brown, Usher, Justin Timberlake. All of your favorite artists use from Michael Jackson. But then let's look at Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson got his juices from like James Brown and other artists like that. And even as he made music videos the way they are today, He got his inspiration for Thriller off of a movie. He really liked movies and plays. So he took his love of movies and said, I'm going to make a music video. I know people don't really do this, but I'm going to do it. Let's see where this goes. And even that famous moonwalk, he got that from a kid in the hood. Like, people think, oh my God, he's the inventor of the moonwalk. No. He just made it hot. He made it hot. But he borrowed from a kid from the hood and did it on stage, and the world went crazy because it was a crazy ass move. So when you start to feel intimidated, like I have to be an originator, I have to be someone who creates from this different place, I have to create what's not already been made, your idols, your people who are in the positions they are, stole like artists. They borrowed from their idols to create their sound and create their whole vibe. So that was very comforting to realize and look at. The next book I want to bring up is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Elizabeth Gilbert is the writer of the really wildly popular book Eat, Pray, Love that got a movie made about it. I actually really like Eat, Pray, Love for a lot of reasons, and I haven't even finished the book, so that says a lot. And I'll talk about that in a different blog post. But one of the things I loved about her book Big Magic is she just kind of talked about everything from starting off as a creator and just coming up with this agreement with herself that I'm not going to force my writing to be my bread and butter. Like, my writing is like my beautiful wife, and I am going to take care of writing. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to go out there and make the money however I can, but I'm going to let writing be writing, and I'm going to put it out there and see where it takes us. But I'm not going to force this thing to be my bread and butter, because it just adds stress to your life, and it makes the reason why you want to write not fun anymore. And another thing that she brings up is this concept of eating shit sandwiches, which just sticks with me so much. And that whole concept is, of course, you want the good stuff. Like, of course, as a celebrity or as an artist, you want the good stuff, like the fame, the fortune, being able to travel anywhere. But will you also take on the bad stuff that comes with being a well-known creator or a creator, period? There's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of cons that come with these pros. So you have to be willing to eat that sandwich. Like, do you love what you do this much that even with the bad, you'll still strive and put in energy and effort into making this work? So that's the reason why I want you to check out Big Magic, because it's very eye-opening. It changes your perspective of what creativity is, especially from someone who has had a success like her. And then the last book I want you to check out is You're a Badass by Jen Sincero, which it's not a creative specific book, but as a creator, you need to work on your mindset. Like, you have to believe that you can be a successful creator, and you have to believe that you are a great creator, not just somebody who can make stuff. You make good stuff. So what I like about this book is it's talking about how you can write down your goals and set intentions, and you make them happen, and you go for them with positive energy. And I also loved her whole mindset about how I think she said she was in a rock band just for fun, and they actually got a record deal. But her whole mindset around being in a band was, hey, what do I have to lose? Or, hey, let's see what we can get away with. So she ended up getting a record deal, not even knowing how that happened. So that's one of the reasons why I want you to check out that book too, is just to help you with your confidence, help you with your tenacity, and to help you with your energy as a creator. So I hope you enjoyed this blog post. I know I made it real fast. My mission is to make these short because I know you as millennials are not about listening to stuff for way too long, especially if you don't know who a person is. So I'm sorry this is so long, but I really wanted you to know why I want you to read these books as a creator. And I would love to know which one of these books are you going to read first. Send me a tweet at Harper's Block, or you can, go on my Instagram, and I think I'll have a picture up there that says something about books, and you can just comment under that picture that says, hey, Tiara, I'm going to read Still Like an Artist first. It's a real easy read. Still Like an Artist is like a cute little picture book that's real easy to read. You could probably read it in a day. So yeah, thanks so much for checking out this blog post. If you like it, share it with your friends, and also let me know on Twitter. I stays there because I gotta stalk my K-pop idols. So I'll see you on Twitter or I'll see you on Instagram.